Hey, can you hear me? Can you tell if my actually working or not? Hey, Raw Truth. Hey, Melissa Santana. Raw Truth and then cut. Good morning. I love y'all. I know, y'all don't get on me, y'all. Don't get on me. I promise, I promise. I haven't been going live that much because I've been working. Like I've been trying to get that money. Because even though Facebook got the bonuses and stuff going on, you know me, I just ain't finna get into no drama and all that other kind of fist fights with people doing all this crazy stuff, being on the bragging list and makes the call out your mama whole first, last, middle initials. I ain't trying to do all that with these people. But okay, so yeah, good. So I did. Said the last time uh one of the supporters or few supporters said we need to start it off with a prayer. Now remember, I've learned in over time that sorry, yeah, I learned in time it's not there is no perfect way to pray. There is no perfect, whatever. There's no whatever. We ain't finna do all that. So I'm gonna say a very brief one. I'm not going to even use a specific religion because um, I don't care who you worship as long as it's not the devil, Satan. It ain't no Wicca or no crazy stuff like that. I really don't care if you worship Buddha or Hamad or the Woken. I don't care who it is. Whatever. That doesn't matter. So I just pray that this live that I'm about to say, I hope it resonates and people listen to it and understand it and take heed and precaution to what I'm about to say during this live because it's very, very important. Okay, that's what I want to start with. That's my perception of a prayer, for this moment. I'm not, okay. So I'm gonna jump right into it because I only have the time that I'm going from here to work. And as y'all know, I'm late. Good morning, Brittany. I'm so glad y'all could be with me. So I was trying to put it on Facebook as well, but of course, uh, there's always a problem with StreamYard connecting to Facebook for me. Sometimes it works and then sometimes it doesn't. When it doesn't need to work, it works. But when it really needs to work, it does. And I can also go live on my other phone with Facebook, but I don't like going directly from the phone because I cannot turn the camera off. And I go to work. Anyway, face wash, teeth brush, body clean, that's all that really matters to me. And clothes clean, that's all that matters to me when I work. Yeah, I work for a fashion show. Matter of fact, I'm going to this for a fashion show. That's just me. Okay, so that was me stalling for a minute. Okay, so now, first, before I get into this, the raw, I'm going to say the raw. I'm going to say that word, the raw, or aura, the aura. How you say the aura? Remember back in the old days, and they used to say aura. still able to hear me? Okay. Yeah, I'm driving, so it was going in and out. Can y'all still hear me? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I wasn't even looking down at the phone. I was trying to get through, dip and dab through traffic. I was going by a big old church, and sometimes, depending on what they got going on in the church, my phone go out. I didn't even think about that. Can y'all hear me now? Okay, good, good. For some reason, my whole phone just blacked out on me. Okay, I'm not sure the last part y'all heard me. I was saying, I'll just briefly say it again. I was saying about I was watching JXY, however you say her name, and just some stuff that goes along with her. I definitely am going to go ahead and start talking about the piece about not Diddler. I don't want to talk about Diddler, and there's enough of Diddler going around. That story is so deep, so bad. But I want to say some stuff about the child actors and actresses from back in my day. And some of you guys might know them that, so to speak, the people put on them that they were crazy or they were on drugs and just different things of what happened to them during their time in Hollywood. But that's not here. That's not right now. What I want to say about right now is this. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it real fast, y'all. Thank y'all for being here again. I have a couple people. Hey, Cream Dream, you snuck in here on me, girl. Hey, girl. I'm trying to make it where my phone stays on. I'm gonna have to set the settings because I think when it goes dark, I think my service goes out. Um, so let me go ahead and say this. I was looking online and I've been watching, and everybody wants to do the exposure of the aura, the ABR. Everybody wants to do the exposure of this man. But I don't think anyone has taken into consideration what could happen if they do that man the way that they did Robert Hampton. Just because Robert Hampton handled it the way that he did does not mean that in his head other things were not uh he was not thinking about other things that he wanted to do, could have done, or did. That does not mean that, oh, everybody will behave the same and ignore it like he did. Hey, Reed, 1957. Um, yes, baby, you enjoy your vacation, okay? And then you're gonna have to send me some pictures that you want shown of the beautiful scenery. I don't care if it's trees or water. I don't care if it's whatever. Send me some pictures so I can show everybody, not pictures, private pictures of you and your family, just of something beautiful. Because we're gonna take a trip with whoever takes a trip and sends us pictures. We'll take a trip with them, and then we'll play a game with Imagine What If or something like that. Okay. So anyway, I don't think people have taken into consideration the mental stability of this person. I don't think people have taken into consideration what could happen to this woman and her children if they do him the way that they did Robert Hampton, especially with this woman still falling into the trap and still being with this person. Um, she goes on way too many trips out of the country with this person. This person has access to her and her children. Have these people not seen all the different things that are happening to people um in their relationships where they're getting stalked, they're getting unalived, they're getting uh uh, uh aura even more. The kids are getting unalived in aura. I don't think they understand. Now, this is what I want to put into perspective. Robert Hampton had a connection to this person. Robert Hampton raised her children for 6 years and then had a child with her. So Robert Hampton had a personal connection with this lady and those children, and the people that were around her for 6 years. The dude that is currently Aura in her, does not have that connection. He's only there in that relationship for one reason. We all know that because the damn show can't be love when you sneaking and geeking and licking and feeling on other women multiple times, getting caught and all this other kind of. So we already know what it was about. You know what I mean? It was a physical attraction, uh pocket wise and body wise. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really was in love with this person or wanted to be with this person or saw a future with this person, there would be no other multiple women multiple times. The accident of the two women um on the story would not have been there. You know what I mean? The constant um picking and taunting the baby's father would not have been there, because you know that this is something that you guys are going to have to deal with for at least 14 to 15 more years, because at the end of the day, that is that man's daughter. You know what I mean? So if you plan on being with this woman, you would not put a strain on the father of her child's relationship. You know what I mean? So we already know that he ain't giving two flying F's about this woman. Second, um, do they not remember, so to speak, this man was supposed to have told her in the text messages that I saw and read, and we all saw read, uh, I'll unalive you or something, and they won't find your adi adi. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone has already told this lady this, okay, I mean, like, I don't take things like though that for granted. I don't take certain kind of threats as he just crazy, or she just talking. Certain things you just don't take, you know. My next point is I was looking for the video. Do you guys remember the video? Now, pay attention to this part, y'all. So, Pretty Bree released the information about herself and him being together. He assumed that Tasha K was calling Mr. Hampton to get permission to talk about it or show it or whatever, when in point case that was definitely not what was going on. And during this, on both everything. I went to old trusty phone. I'm so sorry. I hope y'all hear me. I have no clue what was the last thing y'all heard. What was the last thing y'all heard? Because I was just talking away up until I looked down, and then it took me about 45 seconds to get onto some more service. So what was the last thing y'all heard? Somebody just texted me like 3 words of it or something, or the part or something. Please. I didn't even stop at the store this morning because I didn't want to get out and go. Can y'all hear me? Okay, so I'm not sure. Okay. Um, okay, so I'm gonna just go back a little bit. So what I was saying is nobody knows the mental stability of this man. Oh, okay, cool, 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 cool. Dang, you cut out a long time ago. I am so sorry, y'all. I'm gonna try to put it where I can see it. Um, so okay, so when he assumed that to them, have you not seen how Rob? You know what? No, yeah, you are absolutely right. He displayed the malicious and the vindictive behavior that he will do. Playing with someone's child is the worst thing that you can do. One of the worst things that you could do to a man. You know what I mean? So, what I'm saying is the way that they drug Robert, the same people that are speaking about dragging him, baby, I don't think he can handle it. You know what I mean? So, we already know what he's going to do. He's going to do some things that are unspeakable. He's going to do some things that are unspeakable, and those children are not protected. Those children are not protected. Anytime she protects someone who punches her child, who tells her baby girl to get the F out of here. This baby was only like 3 to 4 years old at this time. Anytime he buys something for a child, the video game for the child, takes it back and then allegedly raffles it off online in his face, the vindictiveness, I don't know if that's a word, but I'm going to use it, and the malicious behavior that this man displays is unthinkable towards these children. Am I still cutting out? Yeah, I'm probably cutting out because I'm pulling up. But if I don't, I'll go back over it later on. I just wanted to, I just had to get this message out. Those children are not protected from whatever is going to come after the dragging of this man, which is rightfully deserved. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying he should be. I'm not saying he's better than. Trust me, I'm not. What I'm saying is there's no precautions put into place for these children. I am more so worried about these children in this situation than anything else, because we already know that she lets him do whatever to her kids, and it's okay. We already know this. And the woken, we already know that he don't give two shits about his children because of the fact I called and they okay. BITC, you know the rest. Did you not see the messages that were plastered all over the place about her saying he hit the man in the chest over some Air Force Ones? Boy, I seen some Air Force Ones and I don't even make no money. I mean, I make money because I work, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't even got that kind of money. I will send you some Air Force Ones. It's not worth abusing a child over. Mind you, had you had been not taking and sucking all the money out of the mama and providing for the children, he would have had his own Air Force Ones that he could have wore to school on his own. You know what I'm saying? So why the heck would the pappy call and say, "Oh, everything all right, everything all right"? No, it's not all right, bruh. Your children are not protected. Your children need to be helped. Robert
So much trouble. They keep going out, but I'm back. I don't really care about whatever she got going on. That's on her. She knows the dangers. Her people knows the dangers, but she keeps going back. She keeps going back, but it's not showing. She's not, like I said, she's not protecting those children. There's 4 children in that household. There's obviously some mental issues on the man and the female. There's It's apparent that there's some mental issues. And I don't mean the mental issues, oh. No, there's a couple different kinds of mental issues in my opinion in working in this field. There's the mental issues that you're born with or that are caused by certain incidents, you know what I mean? But there's the mental issues that you bring upon yourself. So that's what a lot of people have to understand. The mental issues that are happening to her right now and him, they are caused by certain issues that are happening to her right now and him. Which are not really mental issues. They're just idiotic behaviors that we just classify as mental issues. They're really not mental issues. It's just to protect her children because I honestly believe I'm in my heart told me to tell you this. I honestly believe that when they start to expose him and drag him and he loses his career and everything is going to be gone, which it should be, he's going to have nothing to live for. You know what I mean? He's not going to care about anything else. So, who is the first line of people that are in danger at that point? It's those helpless children, the children who are not protected, the children who have no one seeing that their well being is okay. The Woken lives a million miles away. He calls with the mama and the boyfriend sitting right there and asks if they okay, and the kids say yeah, and he's okay with it. You better, and here's the thing: you better not tell nobody nothing. You better keep your mouth shut, or I will. And people don't act like they don't know that that kind of crap happens. Like that's the dumbest mess I've ever heard. Then you have the baby girl. You don't know what type of torture that little girl was going through for her to be going to those the counselor or whatever to try to turn her away from the father. But because she's so young, it did not work at this point. Only thing they could try to do is scare her with the daddy. But when she seen the daddy, his actual face, she was no longer afraid because she know that daddy loves her. But at the same time, they're in the house together. They go on all these trips to these foreign countries. And think about doggone it, I can't remember her name, but the Cabo Six when they went over there and then they jumped on a plane and came back here. And at this point in time, there is nothing done to those people because the United States refuses to send them back or press any charges because we don't know the reasons why. But think about that. What is going to happen to those children when the drag starts to be drug? Yeah, Shanquilla Robinson. Exactly. Thank you, Brittany. What is going to happen to those children? That's the only thing I want somebody to ask. I need whoever in that girl's ear her. If you can bring those kids on. You know what I mean? So those kids they send those kids to their daddy. Robert, get up off your ass and get your daughter. Get a babysitter when you go to work. But you need to get your daughter. You need to get your daughter because it's going to happen. The dragon exposure is going to happen. You know what I mean? Nobody knows where. We can drag and expose all day. We can do this all day, all day, all day. But when they start dragging him like they drug Robert Hampton, which fully deserve, it ain't gonna be pretty. So us on Okay, can y'all, I hope y'all can hear me. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and end this because it keeps going out, and this is too important to be playing with. I just want us to. I'm gonna come back live and finish talking about this. I just want us to know that we have to encourage them to get those children some protection from this man, because I do believe that once they start to drag him and start to do all the stuff that they do, sending letters to the companies where he does not get any more work, I do believe those children are in great danger. I do believe that they need to be helped. I do believe we need to figure out or try to encourage the fathers to start, paying attention to their children more, because it's going to happen. That man is not going to have anything else to live for. Everything that he's worked for is going to be demolished. They need to start protecting those children. They need to start looking out for those children. And I think we need to encourage that. You know, all the meanwhile we're dragging him and exposing him of his aura, his AB aura, which is rightfully deserved. Those children need to be protected. We need to get those fathers involved so they can start protecting those children, because he's not going to have anything else to live for. We already see that. She's going to keep going back to him, which is going to continue to put those children in harm's way. So we need to definitely encourage the fathers, the grandmothers, the grandfathers, somebody. And I ain't talking about Mr. Walter. I ain't, because he's seen it happen and he don't care. I'm talking about people outside the home. People outside the home need to start figuring out ways to protect those children, because that man is going to snap when his career is ended. I don't give two shits about his career. He deserves to be on the screen promoting himself, nor what he does to women, you know. But we need to figure out a way to get those children protected as we drag, because he doesn't have anything to live for after his career is over. He's not Robert Hampton, so he's not going to bounce back and let it slide off his back. We see that with the way that he taunted Robert when he assumed. So, with that being said, I think, hey, Critical in Red, I see everybody that has come in. Y'all know the difficulties that we just went through with this, but I'm gonna come back live later on today because we need to talk about this. We need to put more emphasis on getting those children protected. We definitely need to get those children protected in the process of the drag, because she's not going to do it. You know what I mean? And I do feel in my heart that if he could do what he did to Amora, the baby girl, that and what he did to Joshua, the oldest son, I do feel like there is more to come from that when they start to expose him. I'm not telling anybody not to expose him and drag him, because if Robert Hampton can get it, he can get it. But in the same sense, he's not Robert Hampton. His mind frame is not where Robert's is. He's not as strong as Robert. So we need to protect the children. Who gives a shit about him? If the mama like it, let her like it. But we need to make sure those children are protected and start to call out people from the family to protect those children, and the fathers to be more responsible in taking care and protecting those children. Because it's going down. It's going down. As soon as his career going down, it's going down. That promise for the bag, for the body to be whatever, that is not just a promise. Just a threat. You know what I mean? So y'all, I thank everybody for coming. I do apologize that I spent more time fixing the live stream from dropping out than speaking. Um, so I love y'all. Y'all be good, and I will be back. I'll probably, what's today? Tuesday. I'll probably come back maybe a little bit tonight, if not tonight in the morning. I just be so tired, y'all. And then, so y'all be good. Y'all think about that. Make sure y'all put the word out that those children need to be protected. The fathers need to become more involved. If they gonna drag, make sure the children are gone. Make sure they shine light on the children. Make sure the people hear the video of the threats. Make sure make sure, hey, Ebony. Make sure that people hear this stuff and understand this stuff, that those children are not protected, and this man has a mental issue as far as being vindictive and hateful. Make sure we put that out as well, so that if something should ever happen, that we pray that doesn't, that people know how, not even know how, people can just start protecting those children. People start paying attention to those children, checking to see if those children are being abused or hit or threatened or afraid. we need to pay attention to the children. Hell with her, she like it. She keep bringing the crazy man back, spilling the beef and the beans. But what about the children? We got to pay attention to the children. The children, the children, the children. The children's, as she calls it. So I ain't caring about y'all exposing him or dragging him. Who gives two craps? He deserves it. He gets it. It is what it is. But we need to start making sure everybody, including the fathers, start paying attention to those children. Go get those children. Talk to those children. Let those children know that they can tell them anything. If something is happening in that home to them, they can tell them without anything being done to them later. They need to get up off their asses and stop being social media fathers, or allowing that mother to run their relationships with their children, and start really getting to the nitty gritty of what's going on in that home with those children. And that's what I'm saying. Because after exposure comes tragedy. What else is he going to live for? When they cut him all the way out of the movies and no more acts and stuff, what is he going to live for? Who's he going to be mad at? Who's he going to go after? He can't go after Robert. So who's next? You know what I'm saying? So y'all be good. I'm going to take my butt in here and get paid. Go clock in for these folks so I can get these dollars. And y'all tune back in, because like I said, I got a lot, I got some good ideas. I just need to, I mean, good information, good, I don't know what you want to call it, to start doing my thizzle on here. And I love y'all, and y'all be good. Y'all start, go, everybody, just start putting it the word in. Everybody needs to go in Robert's chat. You need to be more active with Amora. You need to be more active with Amora. You need to be more active with Amora. Because after exposure comes tragedy. Just start being on his ass about being more active in that little girl's life. Don't go weeks and days and months without seeing her physically and talking to her physically in his own, private possession, not in front of the mama, not on FaceTime, not on that, in his face, because she's not going to tell what happens in his when she's on the phone or when the mama's around. So we need to start pushing that. I'm telling you from what I've seen. Just because I don't say it, I've worked in mental health, I've worked in certain. Just do what I'm asking y'all. Y'all support these children. Hell with the mom and the boyfriend. We need to start showing support for these children. And I'll talk to y'all later. I got to get off here so I can go to work. Y'all be blessed.